Hello, hello. I think we have everything up and running. Oh, let me get this caption taken down. There we go. Hey, okay, we're good. We're good. So, I don't really have too much planned for today. It's pretty much just going to be working on the 3D printer. Hopefully you guys are having a good Saturday morning. I don't think anybody's really watching, but that's okay. We're just gonna hang out here. I'm gonna talk as I try to do this build, and hopefully none of my devices die as I'm recording this. But as you can see, I got a whole setup here. I got multicam setup going on, so I'll be able to at least capture different angles as we're going through this. So here's the main kind of build angle, which will be really, really cool. Oh, that light looks super bright, but that's okay. And then I also have an overhead light for when I'm going through and kind of doing more overhead shots. But needless to say, so the reason why I'm doing this is basically my 3D printer that I have in the background over here, this guy over here. I ended up having quite a lot of issues over the last couple of weeks, and it turns out through just issues with like printing and things like that, I ended up kind of burning out one of the motors. And the thing is, like, it still kind of works, but it's slipping a lot, so it's causing like really weird imperfections in my prints. I've tried recalibrating, I've tried doing a whole bunch of things, and it doesn't seem to fix it. And then the other issue that I'm running into is basically the heated bed has now died. And so now it's throwing an error code whenever I try to like get this up and running again. I'm working on getting some replacement parts. I don't know if that's going to happen. In fact, I think it's pretty much, you know, even if they weren't like the company, because this is an Anycubic printer. So if I were able to get essentially replacement parts for it, it's going to be fairly expensive, and I didn't really pay that much for this printer. So I don't know if I'm going to like, if I have an opportunity to get it, I might not. Otherwise, I'll probably just end up recycling this, like taking out all the parts and reusing them in later prints and later printers, and hopefully for replacement parts. But needless to say, let's just go ahead and jump into it. So I'll try to get to my main view here. Oh, and actually before I start building, so the new printer that I got, it's an Elegoo Neptune 4 Max. It's like one of the brand new printers. It like literally just came out this month. I've seen a couple of reviews on it from like Uncle Jesse and from other couple YouTubers, and I'm like really excited to get this. This is my first clipper printer, and I'm really excited to like mess around and see like what it's like from a speed perspective. To give you some background on some of these larger printers, so the so on this guy right here, this is an Anycubic Chiron printer. This thing I usually print, I think it's like 30 millimeters a second, and with the new clipper printers from clipper-based printers, you could go upwards of 500 millimeters a second. So it's going to be a huge performance increase for when I'm actually like working on this stuff. But actually, it might be good while I'm sitting here to pull up some stats on the printer so I can at least talk about it if anybody wants to learn about it. Neptune 4 Max. Here we go. Yeah, so a couple stats about the printer. It is smaller than this Anycubic Chiron, but it's 420 by 420 by 480 millimeters. I heard that there's a joke going around about the 420 that it's not actually 420, but you know, we're just gonna roll with that. Max printing speed is 500 millimeters a second. There is 11 by 11 for points auto leveling. So that's 121 different points. It goes up to 300 degrees Celsius. And it's compatible with PLA, PETG, ABS, TPU, and nylon-based filaments, and it is Wi-Fi enabled, so or Wi-Fi capable. So we'll be able to do some remote prints without actually having to plug things in. And so with this Anycubic Chiron that's on the screen, I've had to like do a whole bunch of stuff where I've set up print servers and all that jazz to get it to work without having me walk over there. I know it's not a crazy long walk. I mean, look, it's like 2 feet, but it's still a pain in the ass to do it. So hopefully we won't have to do any of that anymore. But let's go ahead and do this. Hey, there we go. Okay. So I'm gonna start cleaning up this area and getting rid of all the nastiness, because as you can see, I tried doing a whole bunch of fixes. I got tools out here. I got 2 giant failed boo prints, which is super annoying, but it is what it is. Oh, actually, let me get the chat going on here so I can see if anybody joins the stream. Oh, production value. Hi, Cinderella. All right, let's get some of this put away. What view are we on? All right. And yeah, as you can see, so this is what was going on. So the first print, let's see if I can get this in here. So the first print kind of only went partially all the way through. The hot end ended up, the thermistor failed for this one. And so I went ahead and replaced the thermistor, but it actually started smoking. So that kind of turned me off from this printer. It was not a good situation when that starts happening. And even though I changed it, once that kind of happens, I never feel comfortable once I see sparks on a printer. But that's okay. Move this out of the way. Lubricant out of the way. Oh my gosh, there's so much trash over here from failed prints. I know the sad part was, and I think I had a video on this or a live stream a couple of weeks ago, where I was trying to fix the hot end, and it worked, but, or partially worked, but now it's just kind of not working super, super well, and the printer is now broken. But you know, that's kind of part of this hobby, and I think that's the tough part about it. Like, I love 3D printing, but at the same time, it's such a pain in the butt when stuff like this happens, and it's so hard to actually go through and fix. I shouldn't say hard to fix, but like, it's time consuming, right? Like, I want my channel to basically be about like gaming and 3D printing. Why is this not sticking? Sorry, one of my cameras has decided it doesn't want to play nice. Let's see if that helps putting it up that way. So, what was I saying? Yeah, so for this, my channel, I want it to be about gaming and like creating things from games, and that involves a lot of 3D printing. But the moment I was trying to get started, really get this thing rolling, my printer dies. So it's kind of been a lot of troubleshooting issues and trying to get it to work so I can actually do the 3D models, and it stalls my workload by having the one printer. But hopefully I'll be able to add a second one to the rotation, maybe. We'll see. Because that'll make life a lot easier for when things like this happen and I have to take stuff out of rotation. I can then just print on a different printer. And for that one, if I were to add a second printer into the rotation, I think the one I'd be looking at is the Bamboo X1, which is a crazy, crazy cool printer because it's got the multi-filament. And of course, I tried to do multi-filament with using the Mosaic palette, but the palette machine just isn't good. I shouldn't say it isn't good, it's just really finicky. And so it becomes extremely frustrating to do anything with it. And that gets to be frustrating. Okay, get these guys out of the way. Actually, I should probably heat up this printer and remove... Actually, no, I don't need to remove the filament. We'll just clip it. Get this out of the way. Oh man, my working space is gonna look like a mess. It's gonna be a mess for a while until I get all this figured out. And honestly, for right now, we're just moving stuff out of the way. That's what we're rolling with. Okay. So I think, actually, I'll get these off. At least just for now. That's a spool holder, but I don't think that spool holder is gonna work anymore. Because I think with this one, it is in a different spot. Get these cables out of the way. And let's go ahead and switch the view. Hey, production value. That's how I like to roll. Okay. Plug this printer. Okay, and as I almost smack my head on the printer, get this up, and honestly for right now, we're just gonna put it out of the way, because I think this might be a little too heavy for me at the moment. Shouldn't be lifting things this heavy, I think. Where can I put it? Okay, 1 second, folks. Gotta get this out of the way. Forgot how heavy this printer is. That up there. So sad about this Anycubic. This thing should have been really, really good. Okay, other 3D printer is successfully out of the way. Clean up this. This honestly needs a pretty good wipe down. Woo! Thanks, Intermella. All right. Get this wiped down. And I realize I think I'm blocking the camera. Yes, I am. So we're gonna switch the view again. There we go. Okay. So as you can tell, I've not opened up this box containing the printer, so I know nothing of the unboxing process. Let's see what it looks like. And just a heads up, this is gonna be a little bit difficult for me because technically I cannot lift this printer. I have some weight limitations going on right now. So we're gonna do the best that we can with the resources that we have. That is like the core foundation of engineering right there. You make use of what you have. It's not always gonna be perfect or good or whatever, but you gotta do with what you gotta deal with. I should also say, if anybody's watching this, I know I have music playing in the background. If you do not like the music that's playing, let me know and I'll change it. Change something a little more upbeat on this wonderful, wonderful Saturday morning. Hopefully I get this desk situation figured out. Actually get some more room in here. All right. Here we go. Ah, yeah, we got a whole bunch of stuff. Get some of this on the desk. So this looks like part of the spool holder, and electronics and hot ends and all that jazz. Power, and an included glue stick. We like that. Do companies still do the gummy bears thing? Does anybody know? Because I miss companies including gummy bears in their printers. That was like an old school thing, so I don't know if it's still happening, but it's probably voltage regulation. This Velcro is being very, very frustrating right now. Okay. Get this out of the way. So this, these are the fans. Because with Clipper and the fast printing, you need some pretty intense fans. In here, nope, nothing in there. Nothing in there. All right, let's get the frame out. Oh, I'm so excited for this. So one thing I did hear, and this was from Uncle Jesse's recent video about this machine, was that if you have different hot ends that you would like to use with it, it isn't a standard size. So you'll have to wait until they come out with some specific nozzles for this. All right, there's the hot end. But I will say, like, I think a lot of people put emphasis on nozzle size for Clipper type printers, but like, I'm used to printing 30 millimeters a second on my big cosplay printer and doing prints for like 2 weeks at a time. So for me, a 0.4 millimeter nozzle going at, you know, even 250 millimeters a second is going to be a vast improvement over my slow printing. So I'm really not that concerned about it. And I know that there are people who are concerned about it, but it's not a big deal to me at all. So I'm okay with that. All right. Oh, wow. This is like in here. Let's see if I can get it out. Oh, this is a big boy. I might have some issues with this. Getting this out. Okay. Get this out of the way for a second. Hopefully don't break it. That's the goal anyways. The other part I'm really excited about for this printer is that there are lights built into it. So now, because I love doing time lapses with my printers, this will make time lapses so much easier. Like significantly easier. Okay. Got that out. That was heavier than what I probably should be lifting. Just no good. All right. And stabilization rods. Perfect. I think that is everything. That looks like everything. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take this box out and get it out of the way. 2 seconds. All right. Okay, we are back. Let's take a look at this guy and get him going. So switch the view here so we can actually see what's happening. Hey, there we go. This camera is giving me some trouble, so we'll see how much longer I continue to use it. This is what happens, you know, so I use certain types of HDMI cable. It weighs too much for this little dongle and the Velcro I have holding it in place. And then it just likes to disconnect. And then it shifts the whole camera, which is a huge pain in the butt. I should put some tape on this at some point, but whatever. We're good. Okay. User manual. Elegoo product, machine parameters. Affect the print quality. Machine installation. Okay. Oh, there's a video. I will say this looks like a pretty quick build. Okay. Printhead installation. So that's what we're gonna start with. And I might do this a little bit off camera too, since I got everything kind of up here. Or put my build materials up here. Get them as I need it. Get these guys out of the way. Okay, let's take a look. Print head installation. Okay, so we need this. We need the print head, this guy right here. Actually, we're gonna switch away from this camera view because this camera keeps flipping on me and it's making it really frustrating. There we go. Okay. So we're undoing this right now. Ooh, this is, look at that. That is beefy, beefy. I like it. Oh wow, there's a whole shroud on this. Jeez, that's crazy. Look at this. The whole top part comes off. It's got the direct drive motor built directly inside, which is, I've never had a printer that's done that before. I'm not gonna argue, I like that. That makes life so much easier. How do I get this back together? Cool. Okay, the screws here. Where are my screws? Here we go. I think that's part of them. Oh yeah, little pack of tools. I'll take that. P3 times 8, 2 pieces. I think that's what I'm looking for. P4, P4, 18, yep. So it's this guy. Where'd I put you? Yeah, it's this one. Okay, baby screws up front. Too big. I think it's gonna be this guy. Yep, there it is. I heard that this is actually a pretty quick build and that most stuff is already like kind of put together with this, which that's what it does look like. So that will make life a lot easier. That in. Get that in. Now we rotate it. Get these other set of screws in. Don't know how much I like resting on top of that, but we will roll with it. Oh. I love how easy it is to set up these printers. I had a Prusa i3 Mark II back in the day, and that printer was 100% built from scratch, where you had to like level it and auto adjust it. It was like, it wasn't difficult, it was just time consuming to try to get that thing dialed in. And it's nice to see that like all of these pieces are already like put together, except for like the main pieces. Oh, am I supposed to be adding? I think I'm supposed to be adding this guy into it. Yeah, I am. Whoopsies. So what happens when you don't read instructions. Let's screw this guy. So one complaint that I have as of right now is those instructions are so small. Cannot see them. You know, maybe might have to undo this a little bit, give it some space. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to give it some space here. So this is gonna wanna. Maybe this is just attached on the back side. Through the holes of the metal plate from the rear. I think it's supposed to attach like that. Wonder if there's. You know what? I don't know. No, I'm just going to attach this onto the back. I don't think that this slides all the way through. So we're going to rescrew everything in that I just did. See, this is my problem with these types of builds. I overthink these things way too much, and I don't need to. It's okay. We will figure it out. Okay, that is in. And now we're already attaching it to the base. Cool. I'll take that. Get these out of the way. That way over there. Those out of the way. Okay. Gem 45, 4 pieces. Cool. So now for this is going to be a little bit tricky, not because it's hard, but because of the space that I have to work with. That's the challenging part. So what we're gonna do is rotate the printer. Actually, we're gonna take this off of here. Just kind of rest it up against here for a sec. Kind of rest it off the table. So it's really funny. Uncle Jesse actually did a build video of this not too long ago where he brought up this little tip. If you're building a 3D printer, kind of have it off the side of the table, and then that way you can see what you're doing from underneath. I was laughing at this because I've been doing this for years when I've built 3D printers. And he just recently brought it up and I'm like, oh, that's nifty. Cool. Just need you to catch. All right. That's in. It's not all the way screwed on because I need to rotate this. Use my chin. Oh, hooked my mic. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Okay. So the reason why I'm doing it this way is so that, ooh, okay, I don't like the way that that's tilting off the bed. So the reason why I'm doing it this way is so that I can get an even amount of tightness on the screws. And it doesn't cause too many issues with it not being level. But of course, I'm doing this all wrong. There we go. Okay. Now we can start like tightening it. tight and in. That's tight and in. Okay, so flip it back around. There we go. Okay. Now that I'm dying, I always forget, like, one part of building 3D printers is just how physical it is to do it. Like, it takes a lot of work. Now, somebody with my medical background, it's, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little challenging, because this is the first 3D print build I've done since all of my medical stuff. My back is still not 100% recovered. And it's a little challenging, not gonna lie, because this guy's, he's heavy. You know, trying to find the right way to lift something that's this awkward is not, it's not fun. Cool. That's in. 3. Oh, now we get to do the brains. I have to figure out what to do with this table. This table's not stable enough for this printer. I just realized. Shouldn't say just realized, it's been a problem for a long time. But I need something more stable than this. Is there? He's still locked in place with something? Okay. PM420. Oh, it's this one. I was wondering, I'm like, I'm missing some stuff here. Got the wrong bag. It's hiding. Hiding. Okay, there we go. You know, I've been messing around with 3D printers my entire life, and for whatever reason, I still can't seem to follow instructions like I'm supposed to. You know, that's kind of a problem. Maybe one day I'll learn in life to actually how to follow instructions, but today, my friends, is not that day. Luckily, I will say, I think this is for anybody who's watching this who might not have made the jump into 3D printing. I just want to say, like, 3D printing has gotten so much easier over the years, like, with all the tools and things available to you now and resources. Oh, this is super magnetic. This is going to be a challenge. 3D printing has gotten so much easier. Like, don't think that it's extremely complicated or it's something that you can't learn, because you can absolutely learn this, and it's better than ever to learn. I mean, especially on these printers. Like, I remember when I was going through and had to do like manual leveling and like try to make things work with, you know, like without any sensors. And it's like all of these printers now have like capable sensors that help you level the bed without having to go through like crazy processes to like make it work. You know, and then of course, like just trying to learn the basics of 3D printing, it should be easy. It should be, you know, oh, I have this 3D model and I want to print it. Let me try printing it. And then being able to like get recommendations from the slicing software of like what you need to do. Back in the day, a lot of that stuff just didn't exist. And now it does. And like, so the first 3D printer I got, I think it was like an $800 Robo 3D printer. And that guy took like, with all the manual, with all the stuff that had to be done with it, it was all manual. And like, if you had any electrical issues, like sometimes your kit would show up, which mine did, with things weren't connected to the board properly. And I was an engineering student at the time, and I really hadn't dived into any sort of electrical or boards work. And so I didn't know what happened or what was wrong with it. And I had to like try to go through the boards, like the forums, to figure out like what's going on. And you have to like hope that somebody answers your question. And that just doesn't exist anymore. I feel like there's a lot of people who want to share the knowledge, who want to work with you on fixing things and having a good experience. That's not to say that there aren't frustrating parts about it. There absolutely are, but it's so much better than what it was. Okay, one thing that's super frustrating about this is this is magnetic, and I cannot get this without it attaching to the magnet. I wonder if I can like tilt this up a little bit. This is not spinning. This is not working. The tough part is magnet keeps getting in the way because this attaches magnetically to the back. And I think in Uncle Jesse's video when he was working on this, I think he just skipped it, to be honest. But I'm not going to skip it because I think it's important to know if this is challenging or not to work with. Okay, that's not working. What size do I need? Okay, it says 2.5, but 2.5 does not work. Okay, I've tried every size, and this does not want to work. Let's see if I can do this off the desk. Try all of my sizes again. Yep, that's too big. Too big. Too small. The only other one is like super small. That doesn't work. Of course, this is going to be super difficult right now. This is how we roll. Yeah, look, they only include 4 wrenches. Baby one doesn't fit, doesn't fit. These two don't fit. So I don't know what's up with that, but let me try, I guess, one more time. There's got to be another one I can use here. We're just going to use our fingers because that's all we got. That's so rude. I'm so confused why this is like this. Too big. Obviously too big. Like this one's the right size, but it doesn't seem to want to catch. So I don't know if they stripped it when they tried to take these out, if they were like doing a test or something. That's not good though. Not impressed with that. Oh, I see. Fun fact, there are little legs that are holding the wheels in place. So I gotta make sure you take those out, or else you won't be able to be printing. But what's nice about that is if you ever need to travel with this, you can just use those legs. Not gonna lie, I thought I broke my printer there for a second. I wonder if, I mean, maybe these are supposed to stay on. Yeah, no, those are not supposed to stay on, I take it. I think it's supposed to keep everything where it needs to be. Cool. Put that on there. Attach right there. And then, oh, Wi-Fi dongle. Here it is. Actually, let's get our handy dandy wrench here that was included. Okay, I think that is on tight enough. Cool. Actually, there's a warning about the power supply, so let's go ahead and take care of that right now. Oh, I heard about this. There's drawers. I love it. Okay. Let's see. We can see this. I cannot see this. Maybe if I flip it around a little bit more. All right, guys, you are going to be my help for a second. $230. I believe I need to flip it to 115. Cool. Yep, gotta flip it to 115. That is not long enough. Handy dandy screwdriver. There we go. Flip to 115. See if we can actually see it. I might get your guys' help again. No, that's a little tough. That's okay. Oh, hooked. Okay, there we go. Got that. And now, time for, where did I put it? Oh, here we go. Spool holder. And I already got technically got a spool holder, but this one comes up from the top. So there's that. Six. Okay. Get this on there. Actually, let's get the screws ready. PM418. 2 pieces. There it is. Again, not big enough. I don't know why they decided to do this, but this is not awesome. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can find a different Allen wrench here, because this is crazy to me that they didn't have the right size. Luckily, I have a whole bunch of sizes. Just kind of chilling out here from all the 3D printers I've worked with over the years. Yes, perfect size. Now, we don't have to deal with it. I'm also gonna fix these up while I'm at it, because these are the same size. Okay, there's that. Filament detection. And then cable clamp installation. Okay, so let's do filament detector. this is actually a big guy. Perfect. Okay, got that in. But it looks like we got some movement on there. So let's see if we can tighten this up a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna move you guys up so you can see what I'm working on. Oh shit, maybe not. This wants to be difficult. Okay, so this is the piece that I'm working on right here, and that's to tighten it. Let's see what it. Oh, that's a baby one. Maybe this guy. Nope, it's still too big. Is that just supposed to hang out like that? I don't know how much I like that. I thought this would be like a little bit tighter at least. All right, I guess it's supposed to be like that. Okay, not a fan of that, Elegoo. I feel like this should be like at least somewhat rigid. You know, it doesn't have to be like super rigid or anything, but like I can spin that. I don't like that. Especially when there's a cable attached to it and maybe like the cable will provide some tension or something. I mean, yeah, a little bit, but I don't like that. That's got way too much give to it. I might be 3D printing something to fix that. Clamp installation. Okay, let me get you guys back to normal here. Cool. So what I'm installing now is it's the clamp that holds all the wiring together, or like keeps it in place. So that's not crazy difficult. Okay, so we got to figure out and fold them together to install and fix them. Okay, so I mean, this is going to go into the motor. This, I have no idea where this is going to connect to. But I have a feeling it's supposed to be, this is supposed to be what's clamped. How does this clamp together? That's not big enough. Okay, I think I got that. Now attach this in.
part of me wants to fix this guy, like right here. I feel like this is, it doesn't show it like on the tape, it just shows it on the cable. And it feels like this is gonna fray after a while, but that's what it shows. It is what it is. So we'll see. I might adjust that later, but it's not gonna be for right now. Cuckoo. 6. Stabilization rods. God, they really wrap these guys up. Who wrapped this? There it is. Okay. These go towards the back. So I take it. It's up there. And there's probably, yeah, a spot right there. Okay. PM4 by 8, 2 pieces. Or PM4 by 8. Am I just like missing a whole bunch of screws too? Okay, we're gonna... Well, that's no bueno. I'm missing a whole bag of screws. What am I missing them on? I think I might have put some of these things back into the wrong bag, because this looks like this is what I need. Oh well. Or they put them in the wrong bags. Which totally could have happened. Anyways, this looks good enough. Compare. Yep. Yep, these do look like the right sizes. That's okay. Okay, that is successfully screwed in. Now time to get the other side. And sure enough, it looks like I either put some of these back into the wrong bag or they were in the wrong bag to begin with, which is not cool. But it is what it is. Okay. Oh, magnetic build plate. So this is my first print bed with magnetic build plate, and I'm so stoked about it. It's gonna make life so much easier. Like so much easier. Especially in big prints. Like, I don't know if you guys can see Pikachu in the background. Up there, Pikachu took a long time to get off the print bed because he's just so big and he weighs like 15 pounds. So that was not a fun little excursion to get him off of there. Cool, I think this table is too flimsy. Gonna have to fix that. Oh, we're getting close. 4x50. I wonder if I can like rotate this around. So I can show you guys the back side here. Don't like how flimsy that is. Okay. So now we need to get the fans on. These are crazy, crazy fans. I can't even believe it. This thing has more fan power than I've ever seen on a 3D printer before. Screwed in. Go tight, tight. 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 Okay, now time to hook everything up. So, I believe this is stepper motor. Stepper motor. This is the fans. Got those. Filament detector switch. Got that in. Okay, got X. Got Z, I think. No, I do not have Z. Okay. At least these are labeled. That is super nice. Okay, so let's move this out of the way. Okay, so one downside is that they have zip tied the names. Luckily, it's not like crazy difficult to figure out what goes where, but like if I was a new person to 3D printing or electronics, I would be terribly confused about that. So maybe, guys, if anybody's watching this, fix that. Okay. I'm gonna check the switch one more time. Okay, we're good. All right, ladies and gents, let's do. I'm gonna have to figure out this table situation. I don't think this is, it just barely fits. All right, I like it. Okay, time to get the power cord. Sure. So first thing we're gonna do is update. Update. All right, in time. Pop her on. Oh, yes. Yes. Can we just talk about this? I love initial thoughts right here. Look at that. All of the LEDs in here, the LED and the print head. That's gonna make life so much easier. So I wish I could show this off, but oh, we updating. So on my main camera over here, the one that I tried throwing on earlier, it's a giant light. This is what I would have to have in front of my prints at all times. I was doing my time lapses, and I always have to have the light on. It's super bright, but with this will make life so much easier. Okay. Oh, and then this part, detachable. So now I can like show off what we're doing. So let's take off this protective film. Ah, yeah, that's satisfying. Okay, settings. Let's do wireless first. I'm not gonna show you guys what the settings are. See if we get connected here. Yes, we're connected. This machine. Shorten the root. Okay, so we got that set up, but I do want to do an update before I kick off a print here. G-code file, set interface. Cooling module, multiple modes, test, auto leveling. Yeah, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do see if I can update it from here. I wish I could. I gotta see what's on these. One quick second. And of course my main camera's dead, so I can't like show you guys what's going on at the moment. Or at least the battery's dead. Well, let's take a look at what we got on here. No name. Okay, so this looks like the USB drive is empty, so that's why it said giveaway on it. It's really not helpful. And then what is this one? There's a red one in here, and I assume that this has something else on it. Probably video install instructions. Oh, good. Okay. So, does this have firmware stuff on it? Okay, so this has a user manual, software, model, assembly video, and there is some G code on here. So let's get Elegoo Kura. Cool. Get started, agree, next, next. We're gonna skip signing in. Refresh. Okay. Let's see what we're working with here. Add printer by IP. .86.44. I'm getting a lot of flashing from the software here. I don't know if this is connect to device. Okay, I'm showing I'm connected here, but for some reason it doesn't want to. Recognize that this is here. I'm not quite sure why. Neptune 4 Max. We'll just do it non-network for now, and I'll try to see if I can figure out what is going on. Can I just upgrade? Okay, I'm gonna try to play around with that a little bit more. Add printer, add non-networked, and it's gonna be an Elegoo. Oh, brother, this is gonna be frustrating. Okay, how am I gonna do this? Neptune 4 Max profile. Okay, maybe we just stick to what's in here. Ooh, those got old ones. Okay. let's see if I can do this. It doesn't really say how to connect to the network on this, and that's kind of frustrating. Neptune. There we go. Okay. Luckily, I remembered that if you type in the IP address, you can get in, even though that is not in the instructions, which is a little bit frustrating, but that is okay. General, is there... Oh, I can add camera to this. That's cool. Tool console. Emergency stop. Is there a way for me to update the firmware in here? Post. Services. Clipper. Tool. Maybe system. Wow, there's a lot to this. Okay. Well, let's see what the instructions want me to do next. Oh. Software, maybe the user guide. User manual. Well, it doesn't help that the user manual is in a different language. That's no bueno. Okay, we'll take a look at the assembly video. Yeah. Bed shake. Nope, that is tight. Here we go, that's not loose anymore. Actually, if it helps, I'm gonna throw this up real quick so you guys can see exactly what I'm looking at. Share screen, window, this. Yeah, so this is what I'm looking at right now. Sorry, that might be super loud. Okay, got that. That's tightened. Okay, we might need to tighten that up a little bit per the instructions. So let's tighten that up. Okay, that's good. Okay, leveling. Oh, that's so cool. We're gonna pop up the video here. Okay, so let's throw our video back up. I just want to turn this. Oh, the heck. Okay, so after the printhead returns to the center point, place an A4 paper on the platform. Click compensation and pull the paper until the paper can be pulled out but not pushed in. Okay, and it looks like they want me to use the sheet that came with this. Perfect. Okay, I think that is good. Yeah, that's good.
Start auxiliary leveling to calibrate the platform at 6 points. Okay.
Okay. Cool. There it is. Oop, as I almost break this. Okay, that leveling is done. All right, so I guess it's heating up and going through some sort of cycle. Let's see what else we need to do here. Oh yeah, it looks like it goes through a heating up process. Looks like my wireless mic is about to die, so I'm gonna have to probably switch to my actual mic, but luckily this is almost done, so I can like kick off a print and then like switch to my main camera. But as it's going through the calibration process, I'm gonna go grab my camera battery, so I will be back. Okay, camera battery is got. Let's flip this off. See if it picks me up. Hey, we're back over here. Okay, so it looks like it's going through some sort of heat up calibration process, but let's see what it's asking me for. Heating up, please wait. If it helps, I'll try to show off here what's happening. So it's just heating up the heat bed as of right now. Oh, wrong one. There we go. I will say this heats up stupidly fast. Stupidly fast. This is being so difficult right now. Oh, we doing something. Let's go back full screen over here. Jeez, try to show this off. In fact, let me pop off the light here real quick. Sorry about that, but this is all the points that it's going through. It's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this so far. We'll let it keep going through its process and set up. Also help if these feet are actually on the desk. I need to get a different desk set up here. This is not going to work for this printer. It actually looks like my mic's gonna die. So I'm going to pop off the mic and then turn on my regular microphone. Switch back over here. Okay, phone. Hello. Hopefully you can hear me. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna unplug that. Get my wireless mic out of the way here. I've been live streaming apparently too long, almost 2.5 hours. So, but hopefully anyone who ends up watching this sees and it is beneficial for them to do their own Neptune 4 Max install and setup. But so to kind of give you guys some background as to why I'm using this printer is that I like having large cosplay printers. The Anycubic Chiron is like what allowed me to print Pikachu in like one main, like one singular print. And so this will help me kind of do the same thing. I mean, it's not exactly the same size as the Anycubic Chiron, but I mean, I don't think I really went to the edges of the print bed. I really needed the height more than anything else. And then also with the upgraded speed, like I said, this was With the Anycubic Chiron, I was printing 30 millimeters a second, and this is like, its sweet zone, I think it was like 250, and it's like max print speed is 500. So like this is almost 10 times faster than my other printer. And like Pikachu, something that would take like a week to do, I think I could do with this printer in, I mean, maybe like 2 or 3 days. So it'll be a lot easier to do it this way than try to like use the old Anycubic Chiron printer. But I do want to try to, like I said, maybe get one more printer so I at least have one in the rotation. And also for smaller prints, because like these bigger printers aren't necessarily like known for having great quality. I think, you know, from what I've heard, this is like a really good high quality printer. Like it actually will print what you need it to print and it will look good. But I'm hoping that like I don't have to do that. But at the same time, it is nice to have multiple printers going to like do projects, because then it just makes it twice as fast or 3 times as fast. But we'll see. I'll go back to the actual printer itself. It's still auto calibrating. And then also let's see what we need to do after. Got that all tightened, so that is good. Actually, we're gonna just mute this because I don't really need any sound on this. I will say I'm super impressed with the interface. That interface is so much nicer than anything I've used in the past. Got all that. I will say, so this calibration process is a lot longer than any of my other printers that I've ever had, but that makes sense. I mean, I gotta be honest, I don't think there's any like stoppers, like stopper switches on this printer. I don't know how it's like figuring out what it needs to do, but I am thoroughly impressed with it. This is not working out the way I need it to. Go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a different table to hold this thing. This is not gonna be stable enough at the speeds that it goes at. Okay, so after leveling, test the compensation value by placing an A4 paper between the print head and the platform. Click to adjust the compensation value and push and pull the paper. When the paper can be pulled out but not pushed in, the compensation setting is done. The screen will prompt to restart. Oh, hey, okay. So we are at where we need to be. So let's go back. Pay attention to the distance between the nozzle and the bed. Sheet A4 paper. Free. Tight, won't go in. Cool. Confirm. I think. Hold on, click the save button. Luckily, I already did that portion of auto leveling. Saving data. Hey, there we go. Okay, so I'm now wondering if I can do the next thing. That's saved. Put that in. Oh, we're gonna do a Buddha print here. Okay. Let me take a look at this because the USB drive that this is on is also where the print files are. So let's close out of this. Actually, we're gonna take that off completely. And then we are going to Elegoo, no name. Nutshell opener, flower pot, tool holder, 3D benchy. Okay, so we're gonna try the Buddha since it's saying like to set up the Buddha. That'll be cool. Oh, I gotta close my video here. Cool. That's been ejected. What the heck? I cannot get the USB drive out. It's like it's stuck. Well, that's no good. Something I can grab this with. Sheets. Well, that's annoying. The USB drive is stuck. I don't know how it got stuck in here. That is obnoxious. Come on, Elegoo. That's obnoxious, guys. Like, I get that they're not going to include like the highest quality USB drives, but it shouldn't be getting stuck in my computer. Should at least be able to handle this. Okay. So, how do we want to do this? Maybe we'll use the remote feature, actually. So I'll go back to sharing my screen. And I'm about to eat my words a little bit here. Okay. So I think, yeah, there we go. Let's figure out how to use this. Console jobs. Can I add a print job? Upload. Okay, so we'll get this out of the way. I'm afraid to put this back in, but we're gonna do it because I want to do
No, this won't even go back in. This is crazy. I can't even believe. All right, we're gonna just do a manual print. I don't know if like it's too hot and it just like couldn't figure out what it needed to do. And it like G-code. Wow, this is gonna get done in 40 minutes. I wonder if I could do actually the Benchy instead. The Benchy might be more fun. Models, 3D Benchy. Oh my gosh, this is, okay. So I'm gonna try to see if I can show this off. Turn off the light here. 19 minutes for a Benchy. That's insane. Okay, we're gonna do it. But let's get our filament in. I think I'm gonna use some existing filament that I already have instead of their test filament. Let's see how that goes. Put these. Okay. Is filament really that easy? Like on the other things that I've had to use, you have to like string it through. Actually, we're gonna stop this real quick. Stop. Auto leveling. Fill it to the bottom of the print head.
Okay, so no, you do have to load the filament. Okay, and while that's going, let's see if I can reconnect to the interface. Yes, I can. I'm gonna throw this back up here so we can play around with this a little bit. But if you can see, so it is picking up. This is really nifty. I like this interface. This is a lot like Octoprint. Might even be better than Octoprint in some ways. I'm really curious, like if one of these days I'm gonna like set up a, oh wow, it's got a good storage space on it and everything. Love, love, love to add a camera to this. Full screen action, embed a raw stream. What cameras can I add to this? Rotate, camera URL. I'm gonna figure this out. This is gonna be super, super cool. This temperature is too low. We're gonna go up to 200. The reason is, so this filament doesn't, it is a PLA, but like its sweet spot is 190. 190 to 220. So a 170 would be way too cool to run this through. But let's go ahead and see if it works. There. There it is. Clear out all the test filament. Oh yeah. And now let's do the 3D Benji. Oh, that looks so good. Okay, boys and girls. I'm gonna flip this to full screen. So this is gonna take 19 minutes. So we'll sit here, we'll do a really quick print, and then I'll head off. There are gonna be videos about this. I'm gonna do some test prints, see how it looks. I'm so excited for this. But I think the one downside that I'm going to be running into is my table is definitely wobbly. So I'm gonna have to figure that situation out and adjust the printer accordingly to get a little more stable table. I wonder if I can throw myself in here. Just that. Picture in picture on. Hey, there we go. Okay, I'm here. I wonder if I can like throw myself to different. No, that covers me up. Okay, there we go. That is good. So let's see, is it still heating up? Yeah, so I think the print head, that heats up so fast. So fast. I gotta adjust these because it's showing way under what it needs to print at. Okay. Let's set you guys actually down here. Oh my god. Guys, look at this. My light is shaking. This is not... Holy smokes. What in the world? Look at that. The hell? That's insane. I don't even know if this print is going to be successful. I mean, I don't think I've ever printed anything this fast before, and just the pure shaking of my desk, I think is going to throw the print off. That is nuts. I mean, a normal print like this would be like, what, an hour, 2 hours for some printers? Like, this is nutty. Oh, the prints I'm gonna do with this. Holy smokes. I'm not gonna lie though. So if you guys are looking at this printer, I don't know if you can hear it coming through, just how loud it is. This is like a rocket engine in my office right now. It's fairly loud. I mean, this has got to be by far the loudest printer I've ever used. And I will say there is a silent mode that I think I saw in the settings that you can set up. I don't know how useful it would be if you're trying to do fast prints. But what might be useful is if, like, during the day you can have it like going full speed as loud as you want to, but then at night be able to tune it down. I don't know if that's a possibility, but I'm gonna play around with this and do some like videos on this printer itself. I am thoroughly impressed with this though. This is moving at a speed I didn't think was possible for 3D printers. Like I said, I mean, I print at 30 millimeters a second, normally 50 max. And this is, what is the speed on this? The speed on this is 300, 120. So it looks like it has a variable speed on it, but the fastest it can go is 500 and its sweet spot is about 250. So part of me wants to say that this is, wow, this is jumping. So the speed is set at 100%. So I think it can go up to its full 500 with this print. Unbelievable. And the funny part is they're like, oh, if you have a wobbly desk, there's print imperfections. This is better than my last printer was. Like, and it's 10 times faster. Unreal. Elegoo has really outdone themselves with this. I am thoroughly, thoroughly impressed with this. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before. And I've been 3D printing for something like 10, 11 years now. Like a little over 10 years. And like to think that 3D printing has come this far in 10 years is, and I mean, this isn't even like, this is considered budget printer. So to have something that, like, I can't even imagine what professional 3D printers are like right now. And I would love, love, love to play around with something more higher scale, like a Bamboo or one of those, and move away from like the bed slingers. Unreal. So to kind of go back to the stats here, I'll try to pull them up again. We are... Let's see if I can pull it up. Where are you? 3D printers. Neptune 4 Pro. 4 Max. Here we go. So as of right now, let's see if I can flip this to a different screen. Window. Okay. So here's what we're working with. Right now, the Neptune 4 Max, it's $470 US. I don't believe I paid for shipping. I think shipping was free, and this package actually came out of California. So I got this from, when I got the notification to my doorstep was like 2 days, which I'm really, really happy about. So the print volume is 420 by 420 by 480. There's some debate about the 420, and people think it's a joke from Elegoo, which is totally valid, because I think it might actually be larger than the 420, but you know, 420. Max printing speed 500 millimeters a second, 11 by 11, 121 points of auto leveling, 300 degree C nozzle, compatible with PLA, PETG, ABS, TPU, nylon filaments, and it is can be controlled via Wi-Fi and any other sort of thing. If you order it today, basically you'll have it by November, which is incredible. And there's a ton of stuff that you can get with it. And again, this is my first clipper machine, and I am thoroughly impressed with it. Okay, so we did have some shifting happening, and I'm pretty sure that's because of my desk. My desk is wobbling like crazy. We'll go back to the fluid dashboard. This is nuts. This is gonna be done in 10 minutes. Like, I can't even believe that. I'm gonna flip this around for a second so you guys can see it. So I will say, I don't know, like with my prints, if I'll be running them at the full speed. I don't think that makes a ton of sense for me. But like 250, hell yeah, I'd run this at 250. Like that would be incredible. Like that will still be almost 10 times faster than my normal print speed. And like even at the full 500, like you can kind of see there's a little imperfection on the benchy, a layer shift, which one layer shift with cosplay items, that is totally doable. Like you can fill it, you can, you know, prime it, you can paint it, do all that stuff, and basically make it look like that's not even there. Because pretty much every print that I do is either a functional thing where I don't care about what it looks like, and so it can have layer shifts or a little bit of wobble and not a big deal. Or it's a cosplay print, and with cosplay prints I finish those anyways, so I'm not looking for perfection out of the gate. I just need something that I can work with, and I can work with this very easily. Work with this. Wow, 7 minutes left. It looks like we're getting a little bit of stringing now. So we have one layer shift and some stringing. 4 minutes left. Oh, you know what I realized? I don't have any of the lights on the printer. Let's see. Model light on. I don't see anything. Unknown command, set pin. How do I do this? I wonder if there's a way to do it directly on the printer. Oh, there it is. Observation light too? Man, I'm missing out. Okay, we can actually turn off this light. That is so cool. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this filament is not made for these speeds. Like, it even says so on the box, and it's like, okay, a little bit of stringing, I can deal with that. Oh my god, my desk. I'm gonna have to ding at some points. It took 21 minutes instead of the 19 that it said. Wow. Wow. Okay, we're gonna flip this back to... And look how easy that comes off the bed. All right, we're gonna go to our main camera here. Can it focus? I mean, look at that. I can confidently say that I have had slower printers come out worse than this, and not even because of calibration issues, because it's just they're not good printers. So to see something like this, are there print imperfections? Yeah, absolutely, but it's 500 millimeters a second, and this is all like, I mean, I don't know if I can like show off, like you can see the top lines there, but like the circles are darn near perfect on this thing. Okay, so we have one layer shift. I wish I could like kind of show it off. It's kind of tough to see, but what I'll do is I'm gonna keep testing this, and I'm gonna keep doing prints, and I'm gonna do like release kind of a what I think video about this, a review video, just to talk about it and talk about how impressed I am so far with it. But you know, who knows? I might go through a couple of prints and realize this might not be the printer for me, but right now it seems like this is a pretty good choice. But so I've been streaming for like 3 hours now. I am hungry, I'm thirsty, probably need a bathroom break in there somewhere. But I appreciate you guys checking out my stream. Obviously, I'm going to post more about this on the YouTube channel, so be sure to check that out. More stuff on TikTok as well. But thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later.